Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at gold, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and we're going to take a look at Tesla. As you guys know, I am very bullish on hard assets and tech, and those are, fairly large positions. My gold isn't as large as my Bitcoin position. I've been way more bullish on Bitcoin for a long time. And today I'm going to show you why that has been a good choice for me. And it's undeniable. And as far as the Tesla stock is concerned, I'm going to look at the fib levels because it's a great representation of why using Fibonacci retracement levels is a good tool to use for entering trades. All right, so let's get into it here. So first of all, we can see right here, this is the gold chart, and if you're a gold bug, this has been the last year or so has been your moment. You got to be really happy with it. I'm happy with the gold that I've bought. It's a small allocation of my portfolio, but I'm really happy with what I've seen. I mean, it's done better than any time that I can really remember in history. This past year and a half or so, 2 years, it's done really well. So if you're holding gold, be happy. I'm smiling. I'm sure you're smiling too. And we can see it is absolutely done a tear. This is the daily chart. And we can see here, how many, I'm not sure how long that is. It's about 2 weeks. It's absolutely done. It's ripped. We can see it was really consolidating really nicely in this zone. So if you ended up picking it up down here in this zone, well done. Because you have benefited greatly. We can see it's up roughly, almost 8% since this, where that consolidation zone. So fantastic. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. And on Bitcoin, just so you guys know, it has been in a downward move. It went into the zone that I was talking about right here that I had blocked off. If you had gotten in this area right here, well done. I believe, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, but and things could go either way for a while. But I do believe in about another 10 days or so, a little longer than a week, we're going to get some clear direction, and I think we're going to see a big move. So as far as Bitcoin's concerned, we can see it had a nice drop down from its recent all-time high of 124,000 and change, and it came down. We can see on the MACD that it flipped there, dropped over, and it has come down, and it appears that it's starting to cross over now. So that's looking like a potentially bullish setup where it could probably come back up and start testing this zone in here. I'm hoping to see it get back above about 115K and hold that. That would be 116K would be even better. If you can get back over that and hold that, that would be very bullish. And just so you guys know, you can see it starting to come up. There's generally, the history is not super long, but from probabilities, generally when gold has a run up, Bitcoin lags it about 100 days. So based on the chart that we're seeing in gold strength, getting a position in Bitcoin right now might be a wise idea. Okay. Again, none of this is financial advice, guys. I am not a financial advisor. But I can just tell you what I'm seeing, and purely educational purposes here. All right, so Bitcoin is looking like it's doing well, and it's if it follows gold's projections, we should be seeing some action. And the reason why I think we're going to probably see some action and why I'm getting bullish on the market is this. And this is the reason why, guys. This is the CME group. This is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange where they trade futures. And right now, so this is legit, guys. there is right now, they are betting that there's a 89% chance of a rate cut, and that's coming. We got 11 days, 11 days and 15 hours. Okay. And if that happens, guys, when they cut rates, that increases liquidity. It helps jumpstart the economy. Generally, it's like a dopamine shot. And what happens is people start moving their money into stocks and hard assets, because money is people have easier access to money, and that's, you can't deny this sort of correlation. Anybody who's been involved in trading or investing for any period of time and has done research. Now, granted, there's a lot of people that just buy the S&P 500 and never study anything about finance or money. But and they've done okay over time, but generally that's not how you win. I mean, they're going to be working most of their lives. Honestly, the S&P 500 generally is not a bad way to put your money. It's historically, it's been a very wise move. But in terms of it making you huge sums of money quickly, it's not going to do that. So you need to add more risk in order to get that greater upside. But anyways, with that noted, Fed Watch, all right? So they're giving it 89% chance of rate cuts. Investing.com, they're giving it a 91.7% chance based on their data. So it's looking extremely likely. It's looking extremely, extremely bullish. Next, let's go to Tesla, and let's look at why the fib is a good tool to be using, guys, and why I use it. So you can see I drew it down from the bottom here, where you can see where it consolidated down here, and this was the breakout zone right here. So I drew it from this lower level here and going up, and we can see that it ran up, it topped out up here, and look at this, guys. It comes right down, and it wicks right down. It goes past the 0.5, but it goes all the way down, and it touches exactly that 0.618 golden pocket and springs back off of that. So this is a zone that I like to put bids in, guys, because you can often, it will often come back down here and touch it. You can see the other good places in which you could have purchased it was here at the 0.5. So I like these two levels when I'm putting down bottom bids after something's had a run. And I think it might have, because nothing goes up in a straight line. There's always pullbacks. So winning is general winning in markets is being patient, right? So we can see it came down here, touched the golden pocket, came back up. So if you had bids in here too, it would have been good as well, because the main candle is actually above it. Comes back down here, touches the 0.5, ranges down here, touches it a few times, slightly goes underneath it, but it goes back above it, wicks down, and then it starts to trend up here. It goes to the next 0.38. So, and we can see it consolidating here. And it looks like it's come up, and it's now looking like it wants to consolidate here. So, with a rate cut and assuming that there's no horrible news coming out, I think this one could potentially go up quite a bit. And we can see, if we're looking at this, the top here, where it topped out at, was at $368. So, not a huge move to get back up to that high. And if we zoom out further, we can see it's got a potential high top of around $487, and that happened just last in December 2024, so just about 8 months ago. All right, so you guys can see from my analysis there on why you might want to be paying attention to Fibonacci retracement levels and using those to be a better trader or investor, both. Now guys, the reason why I'm so bullish on Tesla is I've outlaid it in previous videos, but short nutshell, I believe that their involvement in AI is massive. Their involvement in fully self-driving vehicles will come to complete fruition. Their ideas in, not ideas, but their products. These are actually products that are being developed. The mega pack storage for energy, I think that's going to be massive. And then the big disruptor, besides all those others, is Optimus, their robotics arm that they are working on. I think that is going to be huge. So they're involved in AI, fully self-driving vehicles, battery storage for energy. They're an energy company in that sense, and the robotics, all of those things. And they also got the neural link, that medical aspect, which is amazing in itself. I mean, as much as I don't like Elon Musk's character and some of the way he acts in some ways, I'm not going to dismiss the fact that this guy's like the Tony Stark of the modern age. I mean, the guy is just doing some amazing things, and you can't dismiss that. I believe Tesla's stock is going to go to a couple $1,000s. I believe it will be a multi-trillion-dollar company in the future. So that's why I'm invested in it. Next thing, gold and Bitcoin. I'm going to show you some quick data that's going to make you a believer if you're not a believer now. And I believe in both of them, just so to be clear. I think, having a small position, I believe in gold is good. It is the most uncorrelated asset, and it is getting massive demand through places like China and Russia right now. They're buying tons of it, guys. India as well. They're really soaking it up. So I do believe having a small allocation in your portfolio is a wise move. But I believe Bitcoin is even better. It's even more scarce. But let's take a quick look at the chart, because the chart doesn't lie, guys. Data doesn't lie. That's why I like to look at the data. Let's take a look at this, guys. Wow. That's, I know the gold bugs have been celebrating recently, because gold has done incredibly well. I mean, in the past 12 months, it's up 41.77%. But look at Bitcoin. It's up almost, what is that? Almost 90%. What would you rather be holding? Okay, I like holding both, but I like having a larger allocation into Bitcoin. That's why I'm a BitMonger. Okay, and I suggest you consider looking at Bitcoin if you don't have a position. Bitcoin and disruptive technology is likely going to save your ass, guys. And I do believe that we are about to have a huge disruption in society with the artificial intelligence and robotics. It's just a matter of time. I mean, look into it. Look into it. When you start looking into it, the trend is very clear. Also, look at this trend here on Bitcoin. Hours to work to buy 1 Bitcoin. This is how many hours it takes you. Work hours. Based on the average U.S. wage by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Just don't lie, guys. Actually, you guys can't see the top. But the very top here, above the screen, it goes up and it says 3,750, I think it is. So, It's just insane, man. What do you want to be holding, guys? This is why I'm smiling, guys, and I'm chilling in my beach house in Thailand. Because I saw this trend early and I jumped into it, and it's changed my life greatly. And I'm paranoid, so, you know, I would suggest if you're just getting into it, you can just buy the ETF. It's safer that way. That's what I've done. No one can steal your ETF, you know, unlike a Bitcoin. But if you like to custody your own Bitcoin, up to you, you know. But I like to play it safe, so I put my stuff in the ETFs. All right. Anyways, there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and monger on.